afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin.
Hello everyone, it's Kryptic with Kryptic Gaming Network, bringing you the second video for today. This video is covering Sony's press conference at E3 for all their PlayStation products going forward into the next year. This is the second video. If you have missed this first video, it's down below. It has to do with Bethesda and Xbox's press conferences earlier in E3. So we're going to start this off by saying, bravo, Sony. It wasn't as strong as last year, but it is hard to top last year. Last year, you hit us with Final Fantasy VII Remake, Call of Duty exclusive DLC early. Oh, excuse me. I mean, The Last Guardian. Tons of things you hit us with last year. I mean, tons of things you hit us with last year. Just, where do you go from there? What do you do from there? You just couldn't. You couldn't follow that act. And it's nothing against you, but bravo on a good show. Guys, earlier in the Bethesda and Xbox video, I picked the highlights out. And I didn't do that necessarily this time. I'm not going to talk about everything that Sony released. I'm going to bring up the stuff that, in my opinion, was important, and they're going to literally be in the order of when they were discussed. The biggest thing was, Sony, man, you know how to start off with a bang. Did not understand the orchestra, didn't get it, didn't click, didn't click. See the little boy playing with the toy out front in that opening trailer? That's a new game. Whatever. Some guy hollers for him. Voice sounded familiar, but I couldn't place it. Didn't even try to place it. And then out of the shadows comes fucking Kratos. I shit myself damn near. I was like, what? A new God of War game? I couldn't believe it. And the way that they are presenting this game, they're changing the way, from what I've seen. If the gameplay we've seen is how they're presenting this new game, then I like the changes. I do. I really do. So bravo on, number one, surprising us with that. Number two, keeping that under wraps. Where we didn't discover that you were even doing it. I mean, how did you pull that one off? The next thing that of relevance is The Last Guardian. Well, we are in the year of The Last Guardian, people. Last Guardian has a release date. And it is October 25th of this year. And I have to say, getting more interested, Sony. You've piqued my interest. Piqued my interest. The next thing that you guys did was you talked about Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, that is the game, if you've seen from last year's E3, where there's the robotic dinosaurs and animals and stuff in a post-apocalyptic world, and human races kind of reverted back to the indigenous Indian ways, from what you can tell. It got dated as well, February 28th, 2017. Looks absolutely amazing. I was pretty sure I was going to rent it when I seen it the first time. I've decided I'm going to buy it now. It's going to be an awesome game to have. Now, the next one, it's complicated because, boy, how do you bring this up without bringing up the thing that comes after it? You can't. So I'm going to bring them up together. PlayStation VR. It got dated today. October 13th. $399 and it's yours. What did they show to go with it? Resident Evil 7. No, not in the same fashion that we got Resident Evil 6. No, 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 no. First person perspective. Same creepy ass vibe as PT. I approve. I fucking approve. And the fact that this is going to be on PlayStation VR, I'm going to lose my shit. But the most important thing is, I'm going to make my wife play this shit, and she is going to lose her fucking mind. I promise you. And the coolest thing about Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is, sometime tonight, on the 13th of June, we are getting a playable demo for all PlayStation Plus subscribers. Don't know when it's going up. Before I started making this video, it wasn't up yet. But check this Saturday stream out. This Saturday, we're playing the demo. See if I can revalidate my man card from PT. Alright guys, moving forward on the PlayStation VR. Yes, if you're wondering, I am buying that. Won't get it until next year, probably early in the year, because the rumors about the PlayStation 4K will be able to push the virtual reality better, have more horsepower for it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to buy it and the PlayStation together, because I'm upgrading my TV in the front room. Yes, I know I said it was big, and it is big. It is a very big TV, and it is a HD, smart TV, all that. Nothing wrong with it, but I want to upgrade. Me and my wife, we pay our bills on time every month. Every month. Just how we are. And why we do that is a lot of people, when they get their tax money back, tax refund, whatever it is, they sit and they have to use it to catch up on bills. We don't do that. We keep up on our bills all year long, and we get what our kids need. We buy for our kids on their birthdays, Christmas, and spoil them here and there throughout the year, but nothing major. Why? Because at tax time, we put some of it up in the savings account. The rest of it, we spoil ourselves and spoil the kids. Or we get what we need. Next year, we're getting a 4K TV for the front room. If I'm getting a 4K TV, I might as well have a 4K PS4. And getting the 4K PS4, might as well have the PlayStation VR. So yes, I'm getting the VR. The next announcement for it, I'm very curious. I'm very upset we didn't see any gameplay. I guess it's just too early in development to see gameplay. But Batman Arkham VR. Put on the mask is what it says. But be the Dark Knight. By Rocksteady? This game is going to be the shit if they did it as well as they did the other ones. First person perspective. You get to literally be a superhero. I don't know any little boy out there that grew up in the 90s that didn't at least once in their life pretend they were Superman. At least once in their life pretend that they were Batman. I don't. So this is an amazing thing to come true. The next thing that was a surprise was the fact that Final Fantasy 15 is going to have VR support. I don't know how much. I don't know how many levels or whatever. But that Final Fantasy 15 is going to have VR levels. That's awesome. The classic thing that they announced was that they are remastering Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and Warped. It's in development to be announced at a later date for its release date. But that Crash Bandicoot is returning in this year's installment of Skylanders Imaginariums. He looked awesome. It looked like a lot of fun. And in that Skylanders game they talked about, first time ever, you can create your own Skylander. I'm not a Skylander fan. My kids like it, but I'm not. But that was kind of cool to see that. Bravo to that. The last thing that I want to bring up was that moment when they said we had a special guest and that curtain raised and Hideo Kojima was standing on the stage. And we get to see what he's been working on. Death Stranding. Norman Reedus Looks creepy as shit. Looks all sci-fi. Thank you, Kojima. Can't wait to find out more about your baby, your project. It's going to be amazing. I almost cried myself to sleep, Kojima, when PT was canceled. Absolutely almost cried when Silent Hills got canceled. That was the most promising game I'd seen in years. And this one looks damn good. So, congratulations. And, guys, that really wraps up for the Sony press conference. There were other things that I didn't touch on. Spider-Man PS4, Days Gone, a new IP, Detroit Become Human, Farpoint. You know, touch on one last thing. If you pre-order Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Legacy Edition on PlayStation, this is kind of old news, but they just confirmed it, that if you pre-order on PlayStation the Legacy Edition of Modern Warfare, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, you'll get Modern Warfare 1 remastered 30 days early. So, October 4th, you'll get it. So, that's cool. That's cool. But, alright guys, thank you for tuning in for the second part of my E3 coverage. And make sure you stay tuned right here on KGN for tomorrow's press conference on Nintendo. And I'm going to try to catch the E3 one. I'm going to try. I don't know where to watch that at. I'm going to try to figure it out. But I am watching Nintendo, so there's at least one more part coming. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any more of my videos. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you're already a subscriber, hit that share button and that like button. And thank you. And I will see you on the next video.